G'day fellas, welcome to another show.
Thank you.
Another shed session down here in the big smoke of New Norfolk. Freezing cold, about to rain. Typical south of Tasmania weather, isn't it?
Just got Hobart Speedway on this
Yeah, pretty much. What have we been up to, much?
We've had a relatively short off-season so far. We've a bit of racing on the mainland up until the first week of June, so our off-season's only just kicked off now.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Fuzz?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Had a longer off season, but big one.
Big one. What about new car this year or?
Nah, same car as last season.
Yeah,
just
righto. Yeah.
pretty much ground up, refresh, everything.
Yeah, righto.
So.
Yeah. I don't have to ask you because your old man does all your work for you.
Yeah.
So, whereabouts we grow up, Jonesy?
I grew up down at Sorrel and then Fawcett, so like 30-40 minutes that way.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad have got a farm down there, and
Yeah, righto. Hunter?
I grew up here in New Norfolk and then I lived most of my life down in Berridale.
Yeah, righto. I knew there was something wrong. I've worked it out now. New Norfolk and Berridale, that says it all. What about you, fellas?
Me, I was born in Sheffield, Latrobe, up northwest coast, and moved to St Helens in 2007, and been there ever since.
And reckons it's the Gold Coast too.
Yeah, compared to this weather, yeah, it is.
Compared to this level.
Yeah.
So Jonesy, what division did you start in when you started Speedway?
I started in street stocks about 11 years ago. I wanted to do junior sedans back in the day, but never eventuated.
Yep.
So when I could afford it to do it, I started in street stocks with an EL Falcon. Ran that for a few years.
Yep.
Then I was going to update, but we just never eventuated to do anything else. I bought a VY Commodore and bits and pieces, but it just didn't happen. And that was good times back then, but lots of unnecessary damage, I'd say.
That's all part of the street stocks, isn't it?
Lots of time spent straightening and pulling and mucking around, but they were good times, but just I was just a bit over it in the end.
Yeah. What about you, Hunter? You started in juniors, of
Yeah.
course. Where are we thinking about heading in the future?
Street stocks.
Street stocks. No AMCAs.
No.
Why not?
Just don't like them.
Don't like AMCAs. Jeez, that's a new one. We've got a young fella that's playing around with the bike. We'll put that back up. There we go. Easy as. Oh, now I've got to get back up on this bloody stool again. So what division did you start in, Fuzz?
Me, I've solely raced AM cars. I'm about to start my third season now.
Yeah, right.
I did have a street stock at one point in time, which I was going to race, but just never eventuated. And Adrian, I bought his first car was my first car.
Yep.
And went from there and then updated last season to a newer car and haven't looked back.
And what about yourself? Are you going to stay at AMCAs or are we looking at another division in the future?
I'd like to race late models. They've always been the bucket list for me. Never really been a sprint car man.
Yeah, right.
Nothing like that. So it's always been a sedan. So Super's all late models. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And what made you want to get into Speedway?
Back in the day, I used to go to the Speedway with Dad, and we used to watch Tim Herbert and his son Brad race juniors. And I remember Tim had like an old red VK VH Commodore. So I used to go and watch them, and then Tim stepped up to super sedans, and we used to keep going and watching him race. And then my cousin, he got into Formula 500s, so I used to go and crew for him, and then we got our own car.
Yeah, right.
Me, so as a kid, very young kid, his age, going to Latrobe Speedway every weekend possible when we were living up that way, and then moved down to St Helens, so I wasn't around the Speedway world for close to 10 years, maybe even more than that. So always as a kid, I've always wanted to do it. And, I'm a mechanic by trade, so I met Ellis Dickinson through TAFE, and we've just gone from there. Yeah.
What about you, Hunter? What made you want to race Speedway?
Adrian got me into Speedway.
Yeah. Cool lads. So What brand of car do you race, Fuzz?
I race a Panther AMCA,
Excuse me.
built out of Victoria.
Yep.
So, full M car spec front, coilover suspension, quick change diff.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the modern stuff without the Chev.
Right, so you just run the 253 then?
Still run a 253. Like I said, I'm a mechanic by trade. So, for me, at this point in time, that's what works.
Yeah, right.
If I have an issue with it, I can fix it
Yeah.
during the week after work and go from there.
And being an old school motor, they're pretty easy to work on, aren't they?
They are.
You can't beat the old schools, I don't reckon.
No, they're very easy to work on.
Yeah. Definitely don't make them like that no more.
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
No, that's it. What about you, Hunter? You've got a new car this season, haven't
Yeah.
you? So we've stepped up.
Yeah. I race a Mitsubishi Lancer.
What have we bought?
Emily Williams is junior.
Yeah, right, Quite a good car too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's number 5 in Australia, I think, wasn't it, last season? Is
Number
that correct?
Number 4.
Number 4. Sorry, Emily, if you're watching. I've just ripped you off the spot. And what about you, AJ? What car have you got this season?
We drove, or Garth Stevens offered me his Cougar coilover Chev powered car for a run last year, which we did wreck in the process. Fixed it up, and then we purchased that. So we stepped away from the 253 and the methanol and gone 98 and Chev, even though we've still got the other car to run in Victoria if we get the chance next year to do that. So yeah.
And why did you originally choose AMCAs to start with?
I don't really know. We used to go and watch Laura Davidson race her right-hand drive car. Yeah. And I enjoyed like the division, like Craig Vigorski raced as well, and know those guys. So we got into that we purchased a right-hand drive car 3 years ago. Yep. Which I raced for a season, and Kayden helped me pull it apart, and we rebuilt that from ground up pretty much. That was actually a really fun car and easy to set up car to drive. Yeah. And then we brought the Dickerson My Best chassis car as a bit of an upgrade, being left-hand drive. Yeah. And we had some good success with that. Well, not so much in our first year, but the second year we did. Yeah. And then decided just to go with a bit more late model stuff this year as a bit of a stepping stone. Yeah.
And what about yourself, Fuzz? Why AMCAs?
Well, it's probably the cheapest and easiest V8 fast race.
Yeah.
The rules are quite tight knit. Yeah. They're pretty level playing field. Sometimes you get your suspicions up about stuff, but quite a level playing field. And parts are relatively accessible. Yeah. It's still only a Leaf style car in a way. You haven't got bars, you haven't got mounts, you haven't got all that sort of stuff. But
easy
simplicity
tech.
of it. Yeah.
And Andy, how many seasons of juniors have we got left, mate?
3, I think.
3? Geez, you're only young. I thought you was a little bit older than that. You need to stop growing. You look taller than what you actually are. For your age anyway. So you've got a few to go. And then
I've raced. This will be my 4th season in juniors.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you went from new stars to top stars, or were they just all one division back then when you started?
I went to new stars and then I went up top stars.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What division would you like to race if you wasn't racing AMCAs?
Big super sedans, I reckon.
Yeah. There was talk. I heard a little rumour that you was looking at getting a super sedan.
Yeah, we were going to go down that path, but we decided to stay with the AMCA guys, and they're all a good bunch of people, and any one of them will help you out. So
they're pretty good like that, aren't
they? Pretty like the only reason why I stayed there, pretty much, to be with those guys. They're all no one carries on, and we all just have fun. So that may be possible down the track.
What about yourself, Fuzz?
Yeah, late models again.
Late models.
Yeah, they're hard, fast.
Yeah, they are.
Aggressive car.
Yeah.
Lots of horsepower.
Too much.
Big balls. That'd be my choice.
What about you, Hunter? You're set on street stocks.
Yeah.
Definitely that. What about that? If you didn't go to street stocks, where else would you head if you didn't go to street? Modifieds. Good division to be in. Very good racing in Australia at the moment. I think they're probably one of the best divisions out there to watch, as in door-to-door action. It's pretty good. What's the one event you really want to win, Adrian?
I think everyone wants to win the Australian title.
Yeah.
But the state title would be grouse.
Yeah.
You'd be happy with that, even just a feature win. But yeah.
Have you come close to a state title? What's your best finish in state title?
We were going alright this year until the alternator belt come off, and we just rolled around and finished a couple of laps down. But yeah, we were going pretty good. We were rolling in second there for ages, and that was probably the closest I've been. Yeah.
What about yourself, Hunter? What would you like to win?
I'd like to win Australian title.
Australian title. I won't have to ask Fuzz, he'd be the same, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd have to say Australian title.
She's all Australian titles all round.
To carry the Oz one, the door's a very, very, very big privilege to do.
Yeah, would be.
Unless, like, you had a big money show, which in our divisions doesn't really happen, but certainly, Aussie title.
Yeah, we spoke to that last weekend with Kurt Luttrell and Chad Gardner. The problem we've got in Tassie at the moment, there's no real big events down here that we need to sort of look into changing that in the future, I think. So hopefully they do get around with that. Hopefully. Favourite event in Tassie?
I think any memorial race or the state title for us. It's just pretty good.
Yeah, Fuzz?
Boxing night. Boxing night at Carrick. We had a pretty good boxing night just gone. I managed to score a heat win and that.
Yeah.
I think I started outside pole from that race as well, with memory. Yeah. But you race in front of a big crowd. Yeah. Generally every year.
Oh, every year it's a big crowd boxing.
I think we're on this.
It's probably the biggest event in Tassie.
It is.
Yeah, boxing night. Yeah. What about yourself, Hunter?
A Tas title night.
Tassie title. Yeah. Where's your Tas title this year?
Actually. Latrobe. It was
all right at Latrobe.
It was at Carrick, but it got moved because it was too close to the Australian title weekend.
I thought it was.
Yeah, so they moved it away.
Yeah. We got a street stock Australian title this year. I think that's the only one we've got though. I could be wrong, but I think that's about it. Yeah. V8s, supercars or Formula Ones?
Supercars. No, not supercars anymore. But
no, true.
I'm not a fan of Formula One. I hate it.
Yeah, right. What about yourself, brother?
Supercars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might burst the bubble here. I'm torn between both.
I wasn't real fond of F1s until I watched the series Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
I watched that, and it opened up a whole new different on how to thinking about the way for what goes into Formula Ones and stuff like that. And ever since then, I've sort of they're trying to get them closer, but it's the same as every motorsport. You've got the ones with all the money up the front and the ones at the back. You haven't got all the money, But anyway, mainland trip last season.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on your performance over there, mate?
I was actually pretty happy with how we went.
Yeah.
Rocking up to tracks that some you've seen on TV or played with you, and some that are like hillbilly outback tracks. And sort of working out what to do and how the track's going to go. But we had pretty good success. There was probably 2 tracks I didn't like. Yeah. One being Rushworth, and I didn't like Moama either when we had the Australian title up there. Yeah. But the rest of the tracks that we raced at were good.
Any reason you didn't like Moama?
Just, I think it was like 38-degree heat.
Yeah, right.
No shade, stinking hot.
Yeah.
It was just big and flat, not what we're used to here.
Yeah.
But then, we went to Aganya for the very last meeting in June, and that was like really long straights with tight turns at either end, so it was completely different again, which I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
But just didn't go much at Moama.
Going back over this season at all?
I'll probably just go to Victoria because the dates don't really line up for anything else with travel. Yeah. Backwards and forwards, so probably just the Vic title and a couple of local shows there. Yeah. What
about you, Hunter? You planning on going to mainland this season with Adrian, or?
Yeah, and we're planning on taking my car over there as well and race over there. Yeah. A bit.
Yeah. Have you been over yet, Kayden?
Not from a racing point of view.
Yeah, right.
I've been over from a crewing point of view, not to race myself.
What do you think of the tracks?
I've been to Toowoomba and Premiers, so
two of the best in Australia.
Apart from Motorplex, two of probably the best, certainly on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And they are second to none facilities, second to none racing.
Yeah, right.
But if I could get over the mainland this year, I could, but we run on a very tight budget. So
yeah. Makes it that big stretch of water makes it hard.
Costly stretch of water.
Very costly bloody thing, but anyway.
So.
So what was it like racing against mainlanders, Adrian? Did you learn a lot from them?
Yeah, I actually did. Just the way they go about things, and we had a family, the Peachy family and the Bradley family. They jumped on board and helped us out immensely, like picking us up from the airport, dropping us at the airport. Car setup. Even when we went to Queensland, Bruce Marshall came and picked us up from the airport, let us borrow us a car, and drove out to Toowoomba and met Matty Blett and his old man, because they took me bus from Murray Bridge to Toowoomba for me while we flew up, and then we had to like work and stuff, so we couldn't have 2 weeks off, so we just had one, and it all worked out pretty good actually. Like Matty drove me car when I had a bit of a work accident, so he did a bit of damage, and we didn't have time because we flew out on the Sunday, so I rocked back on the following Friday and the car was like brand new again. They were a really, really good family. Like Frank and a few others, they let us store their car there as well. So they're a good bunch of people. I didn't know any of them from a bar of soap really. Everyone, like I said, the people here in Tassie are willing to help you out, and so is the guys over there.
And you had some pretty bad burns last season, that work accident we're talking about.
Yeah, they weren't real flash. I sort of was pretty lucky actually.
I heard that you actually raced an event with the burns still, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, probably shouldn't have. That was when we raced at Murray Bridge for the SA title, but Matty had sort of done the one meeting and was like, I'm not doing any more because I've already wrecked enough of your own shit, so you can have it back. So we're already booked to go, so we just put up with that, and we come home fourth or fifth in that one, so I'm pretty happy with that.
You come home fifth.
So what sort of motor does an AMCA's, what class of motor do they run for all those people out there that don't know?
So you can either run the 253, the old Holden motor, or now they've gone to the 350 Chev crate engine. Kayden runs the 253, and I've got a 253 and a Chev. So
What do you think's the better of the two out of your own personal?
From driving the Cougar last year with the Chev, it's definitely the way to go. Just the torque out of the corner. Like the straight line speed to the pair, like the two of them at the end of the straights is about the same. But just the power off the corner is the Chev.
So Kayden, does pizza belong? I'll redo that.
Pizza belong on pizza.
We're stuffing up already, and we've only been here 10 minutes. Like God, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, I do, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hunter.
No.
No, I seen him look at you real bad then when you said that. What about yourself, Adrian?
Nah, definitely not.
Definitely
not a pineapple on pizza person.
Yeah, right. Favourite tracks you've raced on? Kayden, we'll start with you.
I've only raced the Tassie tracks, as I stated before. Carrick for me. It suits the M cars really well. It's not too long. It's narrow, but it's certainly a driver's track. Doesn't come down to horsepower.
It's definitely a tight little bull ring, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, everyone seems to love it too.
And they're getting it better. So they've put more banking on it over the last 4 or 5 years, and they've worked it, and it's
They've worked hard there.
They have.
Worked hard there to get that
They've got
track
a
right.
pretty good facility certainly for a volunteer-based organisation.
Can't wait for the season to start. I'm missing this 6 months off in the off season. Does my head in, I'll tell you. What about yourself, Hunter? What's your favourite track?
Got to be Latrobe.
Latrobe?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Because I do most of my racing up there, and I go pretty good up there.
Is that because the clutch kick works well at Carrick? At Latrobe, I just had to put that in. Sorry, Hunter. I know you hate it when I bring that story up. For a short story, I did a GoPro in Hunter's car here last season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we come home and we noticed that every time he was coming into the corner, he was clutch kicking it, which was working really good. But I'd never seen anyone in a junior ever do it before. So ever since then, I call him clutch kicker, and he really hates it. So, but I thought I had to throw it in the under. Yeah. What about yourself, Jonesy? What's your favourite track?
Toowoomba, that's just unreal. Just grouse racing. We had the 253 there, so we sort of sat on the bottom and. Rolled around. We didn't really have the speed to roll up top. That was good. I enjoyed Avalon. Avalon was good. And Murray Bridge. But they're only 360 or 380 metres on the pole line, so they're actually smaller than Carrick.
That's small, isn't it? Bloody oath. You'd have to have your wits about you, that's for sure.
And the track's banked up to buggery. Like we think Carrick's bank, but it's got nothing. Like
Yeah, right.
Toowoomba's unreal.
Yeah, cool lads. Australian titles next season. This season coming. Whereabouts is the MCO Australian title?
It's at Toowoomba this year. Yeah.
You're heading up? No.
No.
Bit far to
I
travel.
might go and get on the tools for Bryden and that, but I think Matty Graham and maybe Hayden Graham from Tassie are looking at going.
Yep.
So if they go up, they'll certainly give them a hand. Yeah.
As you do.
Yeah.
Tassie boys stick together pretty
That's
well.
it.
What about you, Hunter? Australian title for juniors. Whereabouts is that this season?
It's a King. Where is it?
King of Roy.
Yeah, King of Roy.
Yep. Not going up.
Yeah, we're thinking about going up.
Yeah, righto. Yep. Normally a big field of juniors do
Yeah.
for Australian titles, isn't it?
It's like 30 or so cars.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
big compared to in
Yeah.
Tassie anyway. If money wasn't an issue, what would you be racing and why?
Yeah, I'd have to stick with late models again.
Still late models,
Yeah,
yeah?
they're close to me heart. Or you'd have to look at a high-end circuit car.
Yep.
But yeah, speedway through.
Because you both did burnouts years ago too, didn't you?
We had one crack at it.
We had one go at
We had
it.
one crack at it.
I think it was a bit of a flop at the end.
Yeah,
Really, but
we had
it
some
was
laughs
good
at
fun.
it.
It was good fun.
We had
It is
some
good
laughs at
fun,
it.
yeah. And they're a good bunch of blokes, the burnout crew. When we did have a facility that was, capable of having burnouts,
Yeah, it's
unfortunately,
a
we've lost that at the
bit
moment.
unfortunate that it's all shut down. At the moment.
Especially when there's so many cars in the shed,
Yeah.
and they're good cars, but they've got to take them to the mainland before they can do anything with them, which is a real shame in Tassie,
Yeah.
So what hobbies do we have, Kayden?
Well, speedway's obviously a very big one.
Yeah.
But I'm actually a volunteer fire and SES member.
Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah.
as well as being a mechanic, that's sort of my second job.
So do you have your own business as a mechanic?
No, I'm employed by a fella up St Helens Way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what do we do for a living?
Work on most vehicles really.
Yeah.
Anything, whether it's even a truck to a boat trailer to just your normal going forward drive to a Commodore, anything like. Yeah.
What about yourself, Hunter? Any hobbies apart from school?
Obviously Speedway.
Yeah.
And over in the off season, I've been playing some football.
Yeah. And girls. Plenty of girl time, isn't there, Hunter?
Loves the girls.
Loves the girls. What about yourself, Adrian? You got any hobbies apart from Speedway?
Just work, pretty much.
Yeah.
If we're not working, we're here in the shed working on the cars.
Yeah.
We try to do a bit of family stuff when we get a chance. I probably don't do enough of it.
Yeah.
That's just how it is at times.
And you've got your own business?
Yeah, we've got our own business, water cartage, so up here in the Derwent Valley.
Yeah. Goes well?
Yeah, we've took over a bit over 12 months since we took over, and it's been alright. We've had our ups and downs with motor blow up in the truck and a few other bits and pieces, but everyone's supported us that used to support the other bloke that had the business for 18 years. So we're going alright. Yeah.
What do you think of the state of Speedway in Tassie at the moment?
I don't think it's real good.
Tough one.
To be honest, from racing away on the mainland and how they run shows over there, it's got a little bit left to desire, really. We raced at Rushworth and they ran 38 events for the night.
Yeah, right.
And just the different classes that they race over there. I know we've got a lot of classes here in Tassie and everyone deserves to have their run. But over there, they had an open men's class, a ladies race, and then an open juniors.
Yeah.
So the three of them would share the car for the night.
Yeah, right, eh?
Yeah. So Dad would drive the VY Commodore LS powered in open men's, and then the lady would race it, or mum, and then the kid would get in it in open juniors.
Yeah, right.
So it was an absolute blowout, really.
Yeah,
It was different, but
Sounds a lot different down here, that's for sure.
Yeah, just the way they drag, pick cars up off the track, and they don't muck around. But it was some well-run events over there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Kayden? Do you think there's anything they can do to...
Yeah, there's a lot, and you've got to be careful what you say.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You've got to be careful what you say because you might poke the wrong bear with your situation.
Yeah.
Certainly, the way we're treated as competitors, certainly at a few venues, just I done my first mainland trips this year, and the way they talk to the competitors and the people in the pits through the pit mic and the pit PA, second to none. Where here we just get screamed at. So and the facilities as well. Yeah, Latrobe's got a pretty good facility. Carrick's obviously a volunteer run venue, and that's second to none. I know Hobart down here, it's certainly lax. You talk to a lot of people about it, and it's certainly.
I think they're about to start on Hobart.
And like you see a lot of tracking. Like social media is huge these days. Every track's got a social media page. They're posting whether they're pulling the fence down. Was it Waigunga that's pulled the fence down?
Yeah, Rushworth.
Rushworth's pulled the fence down, or Murray Bridge is going through a lot of changes all this season. What are we doing? What are we doing?
They sort of keep that a bit hush-hush in the season, don't they? And then all of a sudden you get their first meet, oh, this has changed and this has changed. And I understand exactly what you're talking about there. State of junior racing, Hunter, what do you think of junior racing in Tassie? Do you think that could be any better, or?
Yeah, a bit.
In what way do you reckon?
I don't really know.
Hunter's still half asleep. He's only just got out of bed by the looks of it.
Literally
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. School holidays, mate. You can do that when you're on school holidays. What's your biggest fear on the racetrack?
I don't think there really is one, to be honest. Like, if you know, everyone knows the dangers of when we race, so if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, isn't it? Like,
that's it.
Like, you can't be going out there worried if you're going to hit the wall or get rolled over, because if you got that in the back of your mind, you're beyond the 8 ball and leave her home in the shed. So
What about yourself, Kayden? Any fears?
Like you say, you got to go out and you got to man up and be that. But I always worry about other competitors. Like, we've got a broad range of competitors in AMCARs.
And they're hard charges to a lot of them.
We unfortunately had an incident last season which ended our season prematurely by a meeting. Got put in the wall pretty hard. Bent the car, but we've straightened it out and come back this season. So you always just worry about that. You just...
And you were coming on in leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Really was. Like,
I won't say we had a shit season. I won't say we had a good season. We just the mediocre one. We were planning to have a new engine package from last season, and then we hurt that in the fucking practice day. So that's on the mend now, and that's been fixed as we speak. So we'll go from there. New shock package.
So who's been racing longer? How long have you been racing, Adrian?
In total, it was back 11 years.
11 years in Speedway? Yeah, right. I wouldn't have thought that.
So
geez, I must be getting old. Years are going too quick.
19 or something.
Yeah, right.
18, 19, yeah.
And you've only been in a couple of years, have you, Kayden?
Yeah, this will be my third season.
Third season, yeah, right. How long have you been in it, Hunter?
4 seasons.
4 seasons. So you're going to do a long stint in juniors. You'd probably be one of the longest drivers in juniors, wouldn't you? There wouldn't be many that have done as many seasons as you in juniors now, I reckon.
I don't know.
I think
Nate
started
Nate Garwood,
Like, Hunter's got no excuse, really. He should win a state title when his last year.
He should be doing
Surely.
He can't whinge about the car this year.
No, he's got no excuse, Carl.
It's fast. Do we follow AFL?
Yeah.
Who do we go for?
The Bombers.
Oh, God. Yeah, what about you, Hunter?
The Pies.
The Pies. Kayden?
I don't really follow football.
Oh, right.
No, I'm... If it's got 4 wheels, I'll follow it.
Yeah, right.
But through the family, I'm a bit of a Collingwood supporter.
Collingwood supporter. They're all going all right this year, pretty much. Collingwood's sort of lost a lot of players at the moment, so they need to regroup before the finals. But Essendon, they're going along like prime.
Could be worse. You could be a Richmond supporter.
Could be worse. Could be a West Coast supporter.
All that.
It's not real good to be an Essendon supporter and won a flag for 24 years. So
that long?
Back in 2000 was the last time I won a premiership.
That's a long time ago. So what colours are we running on the car this year, boys?
Blue and orange again, the traditional colours.
You haven't changed them colours?
Not really, nah. We mixed up with a bit of white and a bit of black and bits.
But it always looks good, looks presentable.
Yeah.
It looked really good when you went to the mainland. I've seen photos. I've never seen it up close.
Yeah, no, it was all right. It was with the chrome and stuff, it turned out real good. But the car looks pretty average now down the left-hand side anyhow. But should be right. She'll keep going.
She's about to go to Devonport, get new panels on it, so it should be like brand new.
That's the other car, the Cougar. Yeah. The Cougar will be brand spanking new from I think Garth may have had the panels on that car for 2 years, plus had a rollover, so...
And a big one at that.
Yeah, a big rollover. Kayden was involved in that one.
You're hiding your face here.
I think he tipped him over.
That was a racing incident, that was.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty wild crash,
That
that one.
was.
What about yourself, Hunter? Same colours?
No, we're changing up this year. We're going blue, yellow with a chrome colour.
Blue and yellow. West Coast colours. I like your style. Yeah, excellent. That'll look good. Different to the orange and blue that you've always had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kayden, you've only had white last year, didn't you?
We had black and white.
Oh, yeah, you had
We had black doors
yeah,
and white. So we're going full white this year.
Full white.
Yeah,
Righto.
just with some orange. I'm pretty basic.
Yeah.
You've got to try and jazz him up on a wrap or something.
Yeah, that's it. Get the wrap. The money's
Can someone sponsor him a wrap?
we need a sponsor for a wrap. Anyone out there who wants to sponsor me a wrap? Come on, Josh. Payment, come on. You're on the ball, mate. You've got great wraps.
Everything will be brand new apart from stickers.
Give him some good stickers.
Yeah, that's it. Apart from speedway cars, is there any cars that you have had over the years, like you've owned for road cars and that you wish you still had? You can't answer this, Hunter, because you haven't had a car yet.
I've had a few bombs in my time, being a mechanic. You get 2 cars in there. Nothing flashed like a V8, but I had a VNS pack years ago.
Yeah, right.
And it was neat, and I sold it cheap.
Oh, S-Packs. Jeez,
Yeah.
they're hard to get hold of now, aren't they?
Yeah, and it was pretty much just a pop pack SS. An SS VN for me is one of my dream cars.
Yeah,
Just
right.
in Atlas grey.
That looks
so
great.
good.
They are worth
They look so good.
They're worth
But
a fortune.
I haven't
that
got 50
colour
or
one.
60 grand to go and do that.
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
yeah.
What about yourself, Adrian?
I had a V-Y SS, low K one.
Yep.
Brought it off an old bloke,
Yep.
and yeah, he'd own it from new. But yeah, that was a nice car, but sold that to fund other things.
You
But
sold the big four-wheel drive too, I've noticed.
yeah, she's gone.
And the SS.
And the SS. No, we still got the wagon, still got the SS wags.
Yeah, righto.
That's just parked down at the in-laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
it
surprised
wasn't.
you haven't sold that.
Yeah,
Pretty cheap
we've been
price.
fixing it up actually.
Pretty cheap price for
Yeah,
a
it is.
6-speed
Yeah.
SS.
It's a nice car to drive. We'd take it up north when we, aren't doing race car stuff. So yeah, might take it up tomorrow night for the dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got the dinner tomorrow night, haven't you?
Yeah.
Big night.
Probably we will be
Few
this year.
hangovers the next day.
Yeah, if any, if Johnny's got a bit of encouragement in him, we'll be on it.
Oh yeah, well, Johnny's taking the kids and the missus tomorrow night, so
No.
He might have to behave a bit, yeah.
where are we at? Any heroes growing up? Like sport heroes or?
Back when I was a kid, I watched motor racing, and we used to go to Simpson Plains and bits and pieces like that. But I was right into cricket and footy.
Yep.
I used to play down at Sorrel and underage stuff, and but I haven't really got one. Like car racing wise, like Peter Brock back in the day. Like everyone loves Brocky.
Everyone loves Rocky. Yeah.
You know, like he's been gone.
A few years now,
15 years or
yeah.
something. So everyone still talks about him.
Yeah,
So
they'll talk to him for years to come.
Yeah.
Too, I reckon. Yeah.
yeah, absolute legends.
What about yourself, Hunter?
Oh. It's when Harley raced bombers.
Harley Croft.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So there you go, Harley. You're a
we give
hero to someone.
We give him a stir up at the Richmond dinner last weekend.
Oh, did you?
He was
Yeah.
sitting at the table across. I said, Hunter, he idolised you when you raced bombers. You used to be like one of them kids hanging off the fence.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the go. At least you're a local boy, you know. Idolised by a local lad, you know. And he's going all right too, Harley is one of
Yeah.
the Tassie time.
He's finally putting his driving ability in a good car because, he won stuff in bombers, but he was good in juniors, and now, he was good in street stocks too. But now he's racing Tassie sixes. Like the kid can actually drive.
pretty much good in everything he races.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him in a super sedan or a lay model.
Yeah, I think they might be going super stands after another year in the Tassie six, maybe. But yeah.
It's going to be a big division, surely. Those super sedans. We're
Yeah.
about 22 odd cars, I think, and we're not laying them off very easy. Like there's still heaps of cars out there still to come out. So, what about yourself, Kayden?
As a kid growing up, was watching Tim Hutchins.
Yeah.
Obviously, local Tasmanian driver. I remember as a very, very young boy, actually had one of his top wings at home.
Yeah, right.
That's sort of a mental piece. But yeah, Timmy was the idol when I
And
was
he's still racing to this day. He'd have to be getting a fair age still. I reckon. He wouldn't be wouldn't be far off 50. I don't reckon. Surely, if not older, maybe. I don't know. If I've just got your age wrong, Tim, I do apologise. What motivates you to work hard on the track, mate?
To get to the track, or oh no, there's a lot of effort that goes in during the week to certainly get there for 20 minutes worth of car racing. But I guess just
that's the worst thing. You travel so long and only race for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
No one really thinks about that. We just go and
I went
go
home
and do our heats.
when I first started filming racing years ago. I went home and I was editing the sprint cars, and I think it was 15 minutes.
Gone done.
2 heats in the final, and I thought, no, I've missed some. I've missed footage somewhere, but no, it was 15 minutes. So you don't race for very long.
No.
Like it's wait, so
Yeah, it's been a dream to always do it. So while we keep the dream alive while we're doing it, while I can,
What's your proudest accomplishment in Speedway, Hunter?
Winning a heat in last season.
You won a feature.
And won a feature.
Oh, he forgets the feature. Remembers the heat and forgets the feature.
Got the feature win 2 years ago.
What about yourself there, Jonesy?
Probably winning best presented street stock in my first year of streeties, and then my very first year in ant cars, I got best presented ant car too. And rookie of the year in both those divisions in my first year as well. So that's probably an achievement.
winning a heat in the first Australian title I ever contested.
When was that? Last season?
Season before.
Season before.
So I was in my old right-hand drive car.
Yeah, right.
Started outside pole from memory and won that on a hammer down track.
Yeah.
And then the next heat, the next night, I stuck her in the fence. And winning Rookie of the Year for that same season as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a pretty big first
Who's
season.
going to win Rookie of the Year this year? Who's our rookies?
You got Jacob Penno.
Oh, yeah.
And
Joel Piper.
Ooh, who's going to get that?
Don't know, it's going to be tight.
I reckon it will be tight.
Yeah.
Oh, my bet is Piper. I reckon he'll get it. That'll be my guess. What would we sing on a karaoke night?
Oh, here we go.
Anything when you got enough piss in you.
That's about it. What about yourself, Hunter?
Anything.
Same, Kayden?
I actually have a little bit of a karaoke hobby back in the day.
Okay.
I can actually sing quite well.
Are you really?
Yeah.
We got Speedway's going to know.
We got a little karaoke bar on the East Coast, and during the COVID times, as we were coming out of COVID, like there wasn't much Speedway and that was sort of what I took up.
Yeah, right.
To that. But American Pie by Don McLean.
Yeah, right.
Through and through, yes, 8.5 minute.
So you'll be singing the national anthem at the Australian title?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, no, I do love myself a fair bit of karaoke actually.
When we
microphone there.
Yeah, I'll be right, thanks.
When we went away to the Aussie title with Wags and Bassy and Rodney and that, we went to, I think the cow cutter was at the Moama Golf Club.
Yeah.
Really flash joint. We got a shuttle bus.
Yeah.
And it had Pricey on it from Queensland.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And he was blind. And I was giving him shit when he came down here to race the car that Kayden's now got. Got me in the headlock and bits of shit because I was fucking mouthing off at him, saying that you took the provisional spot.
Oh, right.
And didn't want to race in the B main against us. So anyhow, we got to the cow cutter, had our thing, and me and Wags had the Gambler.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, it was True Blue by John Williamson. Yeah. And I'm sitting upstairs at the thing and my phone's ringing and it's Wags ringing. He's like, Jonesy, you're going to have to come downstairs. We'd had a couple of drinks and gone downstairs and Wags was old mate on the karaoke's playing True Blue, so we're having a bit of a sing-along to that after the cow cutter on the way out.
Awesome.
So that was good.
Awesome. Where are we? What's the most daringest thing you've ever done?
Well, I'm not a person for heights.
Yeah, right.
Never been a fan of heights, so anything to do with heights, like to air walk down the Huon.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of walking out on the
Didn't go much on it.
Nah, I'm not a fan of heights.
Yeah, right. What about you, Hunter?
Nothing really.
Kissed a girl?
Yeah.
Multiple, wouldn't you?
You got a few on the go then. What about you, Kayden?
Oh, that's a pretty hard question.
Yeah, right.
I do tend to break the rule a little bit.
Break the rule. I think we all do, don't we?
Yeah. So.
I think we all do. Who would you want to be stranded on a deserted island with, and why?
Any of the AMP car people, really. So they'll all work out. So that's probably not a bad start.
That's not a bad start. Yeah, shit, yeah. Yeah. What about you, Anna?
One of my friends, Braxton Russell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he races too, doesn't he? Yeah. Bomber driver, is that right?
No, he's going straight stocks.
Oh, he's going to street stocks too, is he? Yeah, right. Yep. What about you, Kate?
Anyone with money and food.
Money and food is always a good thing. Yep. Yep. Favourite movies? Or movie?
Black Dog, the truck movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt. Patrick Swayze or Kurt?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, one of them. Well, I can't. Kurt Russell.
I was only a little
No,
fella
Kurt
when I
Russell.
watched that movie of old mate hauling the illegal guns and no licence and that. Yeah.
I just vaguely remember it.
Yeah, that's always been a favourite of mine.
Yeah. Hunter?
I don't really watch movies, so I don't have one.
Oh, you'd be too busy watching your phone. Social media. Yeah, that's it. So we didn't have that when we were kids. We survived quite well without it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got to
that's
keep
all
them
I do.
Snapchat streaks going, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What about you, guys?
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
The one that they released in 2005 with Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson.
Oh,
That
Jessica
is one of
Simpson.
my all-time favourite
I
movies.
still remember that scene when
He walks into the
poor
place.
Roscoe behind the desk and he shits himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
absolutely awesome. So do we do anything to keep fit, or we just lifting that right arm does enough?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's the way.
Going to work.
Yeah. Plans for the future and this season, like what's your plans for this season in the future?
Just to learn about the coilovers with the Chev.
Yeah.
With the newer car.
Yeah.
It's probably not that new, but so that'll be learning.
Yeah.
Kayden will be able to give me some tips, hopefully.
Oh, you're already running coilovers.
Yeah, we've been running coilovers for a season, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like the old right-hand drive car, yeah, that was fun, good car to drive, but I knew the time would come where I'll have to update.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh well, the car come up for a very good price, so I thought I'll jump on it.
And coilovers is the way, you know.
Oh,
Compared to the lease.
Yeah, we drove, we only ride-hided the Cougar, but we drove it a couple of times last year, and just the way they ride the bumps,
yeah.
compared to the HQ front end with the multi-leaf rear springs is completely different. Yeah.
And what's your goals for this season, Hunter?
Try to win more races and
More races.
probably features as well.
Yeah. Cool. Those. Is there any people or sponsors we'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank Craig Bogorski at Bogorski Sheds, Strut Regas Hobart, Shane Cody Bricklane, Absolute Mechanical Services, Matty Billette, he's helped me out immensely. Derwent Valley Water Cage, our business, yeah.
What about you, Hunter? Any sponsors people we'd like to thank?
Shane Cobrick, Lane Bogorski Sheds, Derwent Valley Water Cottage, and Rock Real Estate. He's helped me. He's one of my biggest sponsors.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a few, so St Helens Quarries, Joe and Andy Griffiths, Kemi Wood from Bay of Fires IGA, Dean, my boss from St Helens Central Motors, Heidi Howe from Harcourt St Helens, Buster from East Coast Auto Parts. I also had on the car this season Lowe's Petroleum, Direct Access and Equipment, Phil and Wendy Dickinson. I'm trying to think. Quite a few. Yeah.
Anyone else he's forgotten?
Yeah.
All right, well, we might leave there, fellas. Thanks for joining
Thank
us
you.
today and
Brilliant.
giving us a bit of an insight on your life and what we do in the background. And we wish you all the best this season. We
Thank
hope
you.
you come home with what you want, and hope it all goes well and we all stay in one piece.
Alright, thanks Jamie.
Thanks, mate.
Tony.
Thanks everyone for joining us for another shed session, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down the bottom there, and we'll see you at the next shed session. Thanks a lot for everyone, and have a great day.